Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. First, I want to say thank you guys so much for the amazing response I got to my moving to Tokyo video. I literally went from 17 subscribers to over 100 subscribers in a 24-hour period, which is really cool. So, yay! Thank you guys for just having an interest in tuning in. I know, it's exciting. It seems all really great and amazing. And it is, been an adventure. I wanted to pop on and share my experience so far with living in the dorms and going to school. So it's been 2 weeks now. It's been about 3 weeks since I've been in Japan. So yeah, I guess I've been living in the dorm for 3 weeks and going to school for about 2.5 weeks. Really just 2 weeks. And, a couple days. I guess I'll start with talking really quick about. I also want to keep an eye on the time because I'm going to go to church today. But yeah, so school, I had my entrance ceremony, which you guys already saw, and then I did my placement test. I did end up getting placed into the beginning intermediate class, which is N3 level, which I was really excited but super nervous about. And that's been extremely difficult. When I first started that week, I realized how poorly my writing skills are in kanji. I'm really more used to reading because I had a Japanese coworker who would email with me back and forth and in Japanese, and so I got a lot better at reading. And we have to write kanji in class, so there's so many times where I'm like, because like there'll be a test or something, and it's asking you like, how do you pronounce or how do you write this word in kanji, and it's like if I could read it I would understand it, but I wasn't remembering. So we learned 6 kanji a day, and up to 3 words that use those kanji, and all the kanji that are in that word, plus new vocabulary, new grammar, all the things. And it was extremely overwhelming. I was like, what did I do signing up for this? I'm also in the fast-paced class. I guess there's another class where you can do, it's like 3 kanji a day, and they don't do the lessons as quickly, because right now we go through one of the lessons, I think it's in 2 days, so every 2 days we go through a whole lesson, and you don't get to choose your pace or the class that you're put in at my school. So, and I'm not gonna disclose my school just for my own privacy, but I will say I chose a more fast-paced school. In retrospect, I was like, was that really a good idea? I don't know, but the price point was very alluring to me, shall we say. So, I kind of let my wallet decide on that one, and the first week or so here was really hard. I mean, I did get the morning class, thank you, Jesus. And I'm grateful for that because it gives me time after class to study. And I was studying 8 hours a day after my 4 hour daily classes. So, on top of being jet lagged, I was staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning, and still, I still am sometimes. It's getting better though. But yeah, I was like, am I even in the right class? Oh my God, like I'm so overwhelmed. Um, and definitely saw the reality of what it is, but after the first like week and a half, um, I find myself getting more adjusted. I don't feel jet lagged now. I'm sleeping through the night actually. And I found some. I'll have to take you guys grocery shopping with me, but I have been finding slowly vegan options at the grocery store. So I've been basically living on gyoza and spaghetti and mochi for the last 3 weeks. Um, but I definitely have been learning a lot of lessons and seeing how things work here and adjusting to the temperature change. And I finally, you know, this last week on Monday, I had a kanji test that I had studied all weekend for, but I still wasn't ready for it. And I thought it was actually on Tuesday. So I thought I had more time to study a few different things that I didn't feel super comfortable with. But surprise, the test was actually on Monday. So when I got to class that day, I was like, oh crap. And I was just praying, and I was like, whatever, I'm going to do my best. And I actually ended up passing the test, which I think was really what I needed so much. So because, um, was it Tuesday? Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday was the hardest day. I was like not keeping up in class because the teacher was giving me extra kanji to write while everyone else was able to listen to her move on to another subject. And then we also get assignments and homework that we have to do in class, like during class. And I had fallen behind that day because I was writing these kanji that she was, and I was already writing the kanji at home. So, but after class, I just asked her, like, hey, can I just not get these extra writing, like, practices because I'm already writing them at home, and then, like, it's just way too much work. Like, I can't pay attention and write the stuff at the same time. And she was really nice about it. So, I haven't been getting those at all anymore, and I'm so grateful for that. Um, but that day was definitely the hardest day. And I always say this, and I always know this, that when you come here, you are going to have those moments in the beginning that I feel like break you, where you're so frustrated, you're crying, you're losing sleep, you're jet lagged, you're overwhelmed, you want to speak English and just have something familiar around you that reminds you of home, and you know, it's overwhelming. But that's super normal, and even the last time I came here, um, I had that moment for sure where I was like, you know what? Like, I just want to speak English. I'm done. Like, I'm so frustrated. Those are the moments that help us grow. So that's not bad. It's completely normal. I did expect it. Does it mean that I enjoyed it when it happened to me? No. I'm gonna be real with you. No, like, I did not. Uh, but the next day when I got to class, I was so surprised to find that I passed my kanji test, and I only missed 9 questions out of 50. So I'm not sure what the points score would be. I mean, I got a 41 on a 50 test. So yeah, I passed. And I was so relieved after that. And then I've been doing good on my homework. I mean, I'm a perfectionist, and if I see that I don't have all the answers right, it affects me just because I want to do a good job. But my teacher has been, grading. The teachers there are super nice also. I have three teachers, and they're so, so, so nice. Um, but yeah, on a lot of my work, I get double circles, which I didn't know what that meant, and my teacher explained to me it means you did a really, really good job. So I was like, oh my god, and I keep getting double circles. I got like a triple and a quadruple circle. So I felt encouraged after that, and even though I was having those doubting thoughts and those thoughts of like almost like imposter syndrome, like, do I deserve to be in this class? Like, am I in the right class? Like, now that I've actually seen the class and the material and how much of it I know and understand already, I am in the right class. And, you know, I feel more and more confident as time goes on. Um, we're also having a speech contest, which is coming up, and we have to write um, what do you call it? Well, a speech. We have to write a speech. And we're all giving those in front of the whole class on Monday, and then one person is going to be selected to give their speech in front of the whole school for the official speech contest, which I think is next month. Um, so I am trying to prepare for that, and I hope you guys will be rooting for me. I think that nobody loves public speaking, but it's just kind of part and parcel when you're learning a language, anyways. And I'm hoping to actually get selected for that because it would look really good on my school resume. And I'm hoping to get a scholarship here to help me pay for school tuition fees. So that would be amazing, and I'm praying that, if it's God's will, that will happen. So yeah, also, I do want to have a quick side note that when you come here, even if you're brand new and you have zero language learning experience in Japanese, the teachers are not going to dumb down anything for you. And even one of the girls in my dorm is dropping out and going back home because the beginner's class is too difficult. So make sure you know how to read and write hiragana, katakana, and that you know some basic Japanese because, even in my class, there's no English. Like, I don't even think anyone in my class speaks English. It's all like Chinese people and people from Vietnam. I have like one guy from Portugal in there, and yeah, everyone else is Koreans too. There's a lot of Korean people in there as well. So I'm the only American. Thankfully, I don't need English. Like, I can understand my teacher just fine, and if there's ever anything I don't understand, like, it's easy to just ask her. But, yeah, they are not going to dumb anything down for you. They're not going to speak slowly for you. They're not going to do that. Like, so, yeah, that's just kind of how it is. I understand it and appreciate it. Even when I did the couple of college classes that I had done as a teenager, you know, the class is taught in Japanese, so that's just how that works. But yeah, if you come here thinking like, I don't have to learn any Japanese at all because I'm paying these people to teach me. Well, yeah, but you're gonna make your life really, really, really miserable. Like, if you don't know any Japanese coming here. And honestly, even just if you're coming here in general, I would learn some Japanese because you can't go around Japan and expect people to learn English. It's rude, first of all, because this is their country. and the national language is not English or any other language, it's Japanese, period. So people speak Japanese here, like that's the language. And I think you'll find that a lot of people can't speak English or they just don't want to. Even though they study it in high school, Japanese people are generally not super confident about speaking English and they really don't want to do it. So, just some things to think about if you want to come visit this country. Show some respect and learn the basics. It will take you a long, long way, and people will be a lot more welcoming and friendly to you. So having said that, I'll quickly touch on the dorms. I do want to do a little dorm tour, so I'll insert like some footage of that. Um, but the dorms have been good. I will say I would definitely recommend. I bought a little fan, um, like this. Um, which, because I really need ambient noise when I sleep, and it helps me a lot. So I got that fan so I can sleep. And also because it helps drown out the other noise around in the hallways and stuff like that. I feel like our walls are pretty thin here. It hasn't really been an issue with me. Um, yeah, some of the other people at school said that in their dorms they can hear people loudly playing video games and on the chats and um, or playing music. Like, I don't have any of that stuff here. And even I can't hear anyone above me or anything like that. Um, Sometimes I can hear things shifting around in the room next door, but that's about it. We do all share a bathroom, which is not my favorite situation, but since, I'm coming from a place where I was already living with multiple other people before I came here, I know the drill. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's kind of gross. Sometimes I just would prefer that I have my own bathroom for obvious reasons. Um, but it is what it is. The rent that I pay here is like $300 a month. So I would say it's worth it. And I have mostly everything. I mean, I came in here already having a bed and all this stuff, so um, it's a trade-off, and it's not forever, so I'll deal with it. The other thing is that we have our showers right next to the kitchen, which is really weird for me, but there are doors, obviously, and it's good because we have a washing machine, and we also have, what do you call it, a dryer, but dryers just don't really work in Japan. I don't know what the deal is, so you always have to hang your laundry out to dry anyways, but again, not a big deal. What else? Cooking, yeah, there's a shared kitchen space downstairs, and shared dining area. We get our own little cubby to like put our silverware and plates and pots and pans and any of that stuff that we have. And then, everyone just can cook down there. Again, not my total favorite situation because there's a lot of different cultural backgrounds from everyone, and sometimes, I go down there and it just smells. So, again, not my super favorite situation, but it is what it is. I mean, that's the situation. So it could be way worse, it could be way, way worse. And it's not like completely ideal, but it's also not a nightmare. And it's actually pretty chill. Like, all the girls here are nice and have been really friendly to me, and mostly everyone just keeps to themselves. And, they're all here to study, and we all have buttloads of homework and all that stuff. So it's, you know, it's not a sorority. Like, we're not here to party and have fun. And I will say I've never seen anyone hanging out and partying. The kitchen area is also like there's signs everywhere in Japanese. You know, the kitchen is not for studying, it's not for hanging out and doing nothing. Like, it's for cooking and eating, and that's it. And I actually appreciate that because, like I said, I've never seen people drinking down there and partying or anything, which I'm really grateful for because that is not my vibe. Um, so yeah, I mean, I would recommend it, you know, especially if you come here. Getting an apartment is kind of difficult. That's my goal eventually, but for now, I think the dorm works just fine. I have no complaints. I've been able to study, you know, I keep to myself, I stay quiet, and the other girls are like that too. It is also an all women's dorm here, so I don't have to worry about like men being around, which I'm actually really grateful for. I did put in, because we give our top three like choices. Two of my choices were women only dorms, and one of them was a mixed dorm. But from my understanding, even if you do the mixed dorm, excuse me, each floor is still segregated by gender, so you should still be able to be comfortable if you go into the bathroom in your pajamas or something without feeling like, you know, a man is going to pop out or something, which I appreciate. I do. It just gives me a level of comfort that I am able to enjoy. So I'm actually going to leave it there though. I need to scoot because I have to walk like 20 minutes to this local church that I found. I'm trying to get plugged in here and just uh, get into a good routine that is going to be good for my mental health and good for my spiritual life. So I am super grateful for everybody watching and following the journey though, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. And I will link Gogo Nihon below, and I do appreciate it if everyone likes, and if you feel like you enjoy this space, then go ahead and subscribe, and we will catch up on the next video. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm on my way back to the dorm after eating that yummy meal, but I decided to check out an instrument shop because I really want to buy an acoustic guitar so I can at least play guitar and continue to make music in the dorm. So we'll see if I can find something. If I can get a nice cheap guitar, I'm totally gonna do it. Okay, I am back from the guitar shop. I didn't end up buying anything because all of the guitars that they had there were classical guitars, which is cool, but they were all like between $300 and $500 USD. So I'm gonna keep looking and see what I can find. But I will say that I ended up chatting with the shop salesperson for a really long time, and it was super fun. It was a really good conversation, and I got to practice my Japanese a lot. And I'm really grateful just how much people will enjoy talking to you if you kind of like bring them out of their shell. And once they realize like that I'm able to hold a conversation in Japanese and that I'm capable, they open up and it's really fun. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna keep looking. I might just end up buying a guitar on Amazon because I don't really need anything super fancy. I just need something that I can play in my room and, work on learning. I did have an acoustic guitar before I came here, but I sold it before I left home. And yeah, I don't need anything super fancy. I do have an Akai MPK Mini, which is a MIDI controller keyboard, but I don't. It doesn't make sound like on its own. You have to plug it into the laptop. So I don't know if once you plug it into the laptop, if it plays. I mean, I would assume it does. I just don't really know how to use it. I actually bought that right before I moved here, and so I just kind of threw it in my suitcase and haven't really done a whole lot with it. So maybe I'll like dink around with that and see if I can find a way to get it to work because I'm dying. Like, I want to make music. I have so many songs that I keep thinking, like, song ideas in my brain, and I have so many songs written down already finished that I need to compose musically, and I have so much like music in my heart that I need to get out. So I know that's gonna really help me keep my sanity here. Um and also I did have a really good time at church. I think that that church might just be my home church because they give their sermons in Japanese with an English interpreter. So, like, one person will say the Japanese sentence and then another person translates it into English, which I really appreciated because it helps my brain kind of like learn what is what and then helps me understand, obviously. Um, it's funny, I really wish that I could just walk around with like subtitles in my eyes. Even for English, honestly, like I always watch movies and TV shows and everything, even if it's in English, I watch it with subtitles because it makes it so much easier for me to pay attention and understand. And then even if the volume in the program like changes, I'm still able to understand what is going on. Um, Actually, that's one of the reasons I like Japanese TV is because they always have subtitles in Japanese. But yeah, I was grateful for that. And then yeah, I think a guitar for now will be good. I'll probably go on Amazon and try to find something because I have so many songs like that I've been thinking of. Like, I have all these song ideas, I have all these songs written down, and I really want to, create the music aspect of it to pair them with, and just still be creating music. So, and I have a bunch of music on my other channel. I can link that down below, but I'll probably upload my songs here if you guys are interested in that. I don't want to mix like too many things on this channel, but music is a huge passion of mine and singing. So I probably will at some point start sharing that with you guys. But yeah, anyways, I should probably go because I do have some homework to study before class tomorrow. And I need to take a shower. It was really hot today, and I found myself in this really cool area when I was going to that restaurant, and it had like an awning, so there was like shade there. Really super cool. It was so hot I didn't want to like hang around and especially shop. Like I don't really like shopping. Um, so, I went and found the guitar shop and everything, but I would say if you're in Japan and you know, want to go to a shop and if you get the opportunity to chat with an employee or just with someone in Japanese, it's so useful and so cool. And I always end up leaving those kind of situations feeling encouraged because this guy was telling me, he's like, oh, you're going to be fluent in a year. Because he was like, your Japanese is really good already. And, working so hard at school, he was like, you're going to be completely, like, amazing at Japanese in a year. And I was like, I hope so. Um, so yeah, it was such a fun experience, even though I didn't leave with the guitar. And he did give me a website I can check, like a local buy sell trade website type thing. So I'm gonna check that out. But anyways, I'm gonna get going. Thank you guys for watching today's vlog, and I hope you have an awesome day. I will see you guys next time. Peace.